guys are looking for cheap, fast, reliable Ultimate Team coins, definitely go and check out UT Coinbank's fantastic automated service. You get your coins within about 10 seconds. Go ahead and check them out. I'll leave the links down in the description. And apart from that, hope you guys do enjoy today's video. Goodbye. What is up, guys? ThePremiumRat here, and welcome to episode 3 of the Spurs career mode. Today we start with a tough away trip against Sunderland. We made 9 changes from the team that beat Bolton. Strootman and Townsend keep their places. And other than that, the first team come back into the squad. Obviously, we've got a rotated squad, basically. And as always, we get off to an absolutely shocking start. Lloris making an absolutely blinding save after about 9 minutes. And then I think the captain in the side, Strootman, comes in, gives the ball away. And then they pass it around the edge of the box. I just couldn't get anywhere near them. Alvarez lays it in. Adam Johnson with his left foot strokes it past Lloris to put them 1-0 up in the 12th minute. And I just don't seem to know what's going on. I have no idea. I seem to start games really badly and then grow into the game. As I said in the first episode, Legendary is a lot harder than it was on FIFA 14. And it goes from bad to worse for us. They could have gone 2-0 up. I think that was Catamol putting one wide. We don't have our first real chance until the latter stage of the first half. Townsend doing well down the wing, getting across for Destro, but he just can't provide the power onto it to give us the equaliser. Into half time then, and we were just creating nothing yet again. So we made a couple of changes. I think it was Marshall that was coming on actually. I think I brought Chadley on. We brought Chadley on, but just after half time, again Sunderland playing it in and around the box, and I just couldn't get anywhere near them. And I believe that was Catamol that actually made up for his earlier error to put them 2-0 up. And the game was pretty much beyond sight. We just created nothing. I don't know what was going on. I think I'm going to have a change of formation soon. But anyway, as I said, I brought Chadley on. He had a couple of effects onto the game, and finally we actually do get our first goal of the match. Chadley coming on, as I said, slotting past, I don't know who they've got in goal actually. I honestly couldn't tell you. But a bit of poor keeping, I suppose, by the Sunderland keeper. And we bring it back to 2-1 to give us a chance. And at this point we were fucking dominating. Destro bursting through and again slotting wide. Again I celebrated just like we did against West Ham, so I thought he scored. But that's how it ends, 2-1. Again another very, very poor performance. Chadley coming on, probably I suppose our best player coming on off the bench to give us a lifeline after about 60 odd minutes. But we just couldn't seem to create any chances. We only had 2 shots on target, as you can see there. 39 minutes. 39% possession, sorry, and we only created 2 shots on target. Anyway, on to the second game of the episode then. We had our first Europa League game of the season. As you can see there, our Europa League squad comes in to take on Zulte Waregem, I think is how you pronounce it. Again, we're sticking with the 4-3-3 formation, but in the next few episodes, I believe I changed it to like 4-5-1. We get off to a good start. Normally we get off to really bad starts, but Marshall puts one into the keeper there, and a good save by him to deny us an early goal. And again, started again really, really well. Paulinho on the turn, 35 yards out, bangs one with his left foot just over the bar, and we were pretty much dominating. And finally, we get our first goal of the episode. Sorry, the first goal of this game. Marshall, Paulinho on the counter, playing through Marshall. A lovely bit of skill to cut back inside, and finishing with his left foot to give him his first goal in the Europa League. Obviously, this is our first game in the Europa League. We want to do well in the Europa League. I didn't underestimate the Europa League at all. And obviously, Marshall doing really well there, putting his bit of skill inside and finessing in with his left foot to put us 1-0 up. But as soon as we did go 1-0 up, Waregem, that's how you pronounce it, they had a couple of good chances here. A fantastic save, I believe I was playing Vorm in goal actually. A good save by Vorm, and again there, a fantastic block by Dembele to see it out for a corner. And then into the latter stages of the second half, we wanted to see out the win, so we brought on a couple of players. I believe we brought on we brought on Lamela right wing, and then we also brought Chadley on and put him on at cam. And again, still was Waregem still had a few chances. Again, another fantastic save from Vorm, parrying it out for a corner. But then from this corner, we actually managed to clear it. I think that's Dembele laying in Lamela, and Lamela is pretty much one-on-one. He's just got to go past one player, and that's exactly what he does. He's just burning. He's still got another player to go past. A little bit of skills to get past him as well, and you're just thinking, stick it in the back of the net, but he can't. Keeper makes an absolutely blinding save, but Soldado is the first one onto it and lays it into Lamela, who heads home in the 90th minute to give us the victory, give us the first 3 points in the Europa League. I know, a better performance as it was against Sunderland, but these teams are dog shit. In the Europa League, we're coming up against plumbers and stuff like that, so we're expected to win, and that's exactly what we do. Vorm with a couple of good saves to give us the clean sheet and give us the 2-0 victory in the Europa League. a lot more chances and stuff on this game than we did in the last game. And on to our third and final game of the episode then, we had Notts County in the Capital One Cup. Obviously in the last episode we beat Bolton away. Again, a number of changes. We started with Lloris, Davis, Fazio, Kirikes, Norton, Stambouli and Paulinho, with Dembele playing at cam, and then Chadley. We started with Soldado actually up top for the first time this season in the Capital One Cup, and Lennon on the right hand side. But again, we get off to an absolutely shocking start. Notts fucking County at home somehow take the lead. I couldn't tell you who scores because on Next Gen it doesn't actually come up with the scorer, but they do well down the wing, I suppose. Whips it in, but at the near post there, Lloris, that's pretty much straight at you, mate. You probably should have saved that, definitely. I think it was Nicky Ward, I think that's how you pronounce it. Obviously you say it, sorry. But we do manage to equalise not long after. Their lead didn't last long. Soldado breaking forward really well, laying in Paulinho, who all has to do is take it past one player and slot into the top right hand corner to equalise after about 20 minutes. And you know, obviously they took the lead and it was a bit of a shock for us, so I had to step up our game. A great finish there by Paulinho. Shame he can't fucking do that in real life. But that was 1-1, and the chances kept coming, to be fair. Just into the second half, Chadley hits an absolute rocket just over the bar, but we were growing into the game and we were looking the more likely to score. Later on in the second half, sorry, we made a couple of changes again. I think we brought Lamela on, and we took Lennon off as well to bring Townsend on, and we also took off, I think that was it actually, but there was the couple of changes that we made. But anyway, late into the second half then, Notts County again take the lead. I just don't know what is going on. Legendary, as I said, is fucking hard. I think that's Balmy cutting inside, playing in Harad, who on the turn somehow beats Lloris. Lloris really wasn't having the greatest game, even though over the season for me he performed fantastically well and he's already pulled off some incredible saves for me, but just generally in this game he was having a blip, and the first goal he probably should have saved. And that goal, I don't know, that's a great finish, to be fair, on the turn. There's not much I could have done about that, but Sean Harrod puts them 2-1 up. Then Mael Gatto actually fucks up and doesn't record them going 3-1 up. They scored literally straight away, and I thought that was game over, to be fair. But in the 82nd minute, Lamela gave us a slim chance of actually getting something out of this game, doing very, very well down the right-hand side, coming into the box and finessing in with his left foot. And the comeback was complete when Strootman plays in Destro, who plays it then back to Strootman with his big, powerful left foot, absolutely rockets one past the keeper in the 87th minute to equalise and actually give us something out of this game. I was hoping we'd obviously get something out of it, but losing to Notts County would have just been absolutely dreadful. But I thought all the hard work had been undone. In the 95th minute, Notts County get one more chance. They lump it forward. They were playing Route 1, and Balmy, probably the smallest player on the pitch, heads one past Lloris, again having a poor game. But thank fuck for that. The offside flag was up to spare our blushes. Honestly, I was going absolutely mental at this point. I generally thought I was going to lose to fucking Notts County. And anyway, so that was basically how he finished. You can see that he's probably not offside, to be fair, but that's how it finishes, 3-3. But obviously we're in the cup, we're in the Capital One Cup, and so on to extra time, and it just gets worse and worse and worse for us. And finally Notts County do take the lead, and to be fair, they deserved it. We played absolutely dog shit all game. Lloris again, I don't know what he's doing. He probably should be off his line quicker, maybe punching it away. And they went 4-3 up, and that was it. We just then, after that, we had 20 minutes of total domination, but we just put chance after chance wide. Destro there probably with our best chance just into the second half. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much it. We lose 4-3 in the Capital One Cup to Notts County, unfortunate. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much it. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new around here. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter as well. The links will be down in the description. And apart from that, I'll see you guys later on. Goodbye.